So we've got ourselves another upgrade pack for this Monday, and it is going to be an 80 plus one of free player pick. Now, since the 82 times 20, I feel like these player picks, the upgrades, they're just not as appealing. It is 6 players, so at least that is something at the minimum. It's only 6. Free rare, free common. So the best way to do it is obviously squad build yourselves a gold rare team, and then just gold, low to high, and you can just whack them in as you please. It's very, very simple to do, but the question is where do you get your golds from nowadays? Now, still not having the exchange, it's always an interesting one. But we have built 5 to see if they are worth even the time of day at this point, because I've not really had too much great luck from these 1 of 3s. I've had a little bit of luck with the, the 2 of 4 or 2 of 5. But so if you're looking for coins, check in the description for Eldorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with Eldorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. Still not necessarily incredible. So we got an 85 to begin with. We then have an 81 and an 81. So 85 wins. It's a good start. I won't complain at that. At least it is an 80 plus now. I feel like we are getting into the 81 and 82 plus category now, really. We get an 85 and an 84. It's a very good start. Double 85s on the first 2. I'll absolutely take that. As much as you can get, fodder is the key at this point. As long as we can get an 83 to 84 minimum most times, I can accept every now and then you get an 82 or an 81. More than likely you don't necessarily get free 80s, but it still can happen. You get an 84, which is nice. 81 and another big one, 85. Okay, we take it. Then let's have a look then. And the last one, come on, give me somebody of any sort of magnitude. 82, 80 and 82 again. So I must admit, 3 85s, 2 82s and under, it could have been worse. It really could have been. So in terms of doing this, let's even it out with a 6. I'm kind of interested to see what the next one would have been. Just because obviously 5, 10, 15, it's a very small sample size. Realistically, you need to be doing like 20 to 50 of these, and you'd be able to see roughly around about what the average is of players. But when it comes to grinding these unlimitedly, or as unlimitedly as possible, then there is going to be a few things that you can do. Now, we did have the grassroots, which was fantastic SBC last time round. We get an 81, that's going to be an 83, and that's going to be an 80 rated. So we'll take the 83. It's about right. So to be fair, it's not that terrible. Now, in terms of grinding these out, you've got a lot of upgrades. Now, you obviously wanted to do these from the 81 of free, plus then the 85 doubles. So there is only a couple of ways that you can grind these round as much as possible as such. So daily gold, silver and bronze, like the grassroots, are always important to do as much as possible. It's guaranteed golds in your club. Now, the big thing is trying to get the rares, because that's going to be the hardest point for this in terms of a large quantity. Now, what I would suggest is doing as much League SBC as possible. That is the best way at this point to get it as unlimited as possible, because you do get tradable packs. May not be the greatest, but it's enough to keep this going around as much as you can. Obviously filter in some challenges, some other upgrades, generically playing the game, and objective players going forward. Now, obviously the daily golds are going to help with that as well. Every time you do 4 of the daily golds, even the silvers as well, if you get major leagues that will obviously help in the league upgrade, then that's going to be perfect to send these round. You don't want to be wasting anybody, basically. So when it comes to doing these 81 of frees, is that you want to make sure that you are putting in non-league SBC cards as much as you can as such. So if I'm going to golds, I'm looking for instance, the Korean League. I'm looking for maybe any of the female leagues, because naturally there is no upgrades for them. We did have previous years where you could use both, but it is just men's league at this point for Liga and Prem, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, and then the Lib and Sud. So League 2, La Liga 2, Championship, if there's any gold there. You can use all of them in terms of gold commons, and then the gold rares will follow the same pattern. Again, I'm looking at the Women's Prem League. I'm looking at potentially the Dutch League for golds, because we can use all of the bronze and silvers, which is fine, but NWSL is, again, not a bad one to start with as well, and that's kind of what you want to be putting in, because everything else will be going round into the league upgrades. That's naturally what you want to be doing. So then any of the other players that we do get duplicate, especially in this side, if you get, for instance, this, you either go for a Prem to be able to put into the league upgrade, or you go for somebody that is going to be fodder for another upgrade later on down the line. So, for instance, with this, you're obviously doing Ligue 1 for the 6 players in one club, then you're doing Eredivisie for the rest. You mix half and half, 6 and 5 on both of these for Bundesliga Serie A split, if you can. And then obviously Lib and Sud, you can put 2 players from one team, which is always nice, because it makes it that little bit easier to put Acuna and the 82 goalie in. And then you just keep repeating. You obviously get untradeable packs down here that are going to be featured either back into the league upgrade or into the upgrade itself. And then obviously you've got these that are tradable. They're just to be sold. Everything from them packs to be gone. And what you do from there to kind of keep the constant flow of golds or the constant flow of coins is, if you are finishing any upgrade that does require 2, may not be loads, like you got a premium Electrum and a premium gold, anything tradable, you get rid of it. Tradable always goes, untradable sticks in the club. That is the main rules you want to go by, and that kind of works with every SBC. If you're doing player SBCs, if you're doing upgrade packs, make sure anything that is tradable, that is gone. It's going to give you more gold coins to do more league upgrades, more daily golds, and naturally being able to buy the rares as well. So for instance, if you are looking to maybe not do the premium upgrade and you've got a bit of coins in your club, you can come down to the provision and just buy some rares. It's as simple as, you got 8 times you can do it, 35 rares, 35 commons coming in at 48 a piece, meaning what? You can do nearly 6 upgrades every time you do that for both of them. Now naturally that is the same as buying them off the market, just at an easier price, because obviously buying 35 you will get market banned at some point. May not be with 35, but you will get it banned at some point for basically buying too many players. So this is just another easy way to do it, and it is practically cost effective. You can get a team of the week as well. It is a potential with some of the rares, if they are like either a common prior to their team of the week, or they are under an 81 rare. So there is that chance as well, which is always nice, but it is just easier than buying the players if you want to do it that way. And you get them refreshed quite a considerable amount. And I must admit, if you're looking at rares, 28k isn't that bad. If then you did and took the daily golds, you could put the commons in from that and then utilize the rare pack from the store and do that way. It's not a bad way. So let me know down below if you're going to grind out these. I think they're semi worth it. We'll do one more to finish off. I think they're not terrible. They've definitely seen worse kind of weights from them. At the very minimum, it's going to give us some fodder for later on down the line, but I wouldn't necessarily go too crazy on them. I think they're worth looking at, but I wouldn't be absolutely putting every coin I've got into this. It would just be a fair amount, as I've got some fodder that can be used. And that's really all I'm willing to part with most of these upgrades. Unless they're 81, 82, 2 of 5s, then that's fair enough. We do manage to get an 87. We get, inform, 85 and an 83. We're going to go with the 87. So I would say out of the 7 player picks we've done, we've got 2 82s and below, and everything else being at least 83 and then 85 and above. Can't grumble at that.